Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wrestle Buddy Raw Recap with yours truly, Drip King. Another great episode of Raw, if I do say so myself. We had another main event with Asuka and Becky Lynch, unfortunately, but due to stuff that happened last week, I think they kind of had their hands tied, had to come up with something, and this is what we got. But we'll get to that later. Matt, the show starts off the way it should. We get a recap of the tag team mayhem that happened on SmackDown, in which the Usos unified those tag team titles by beating RK Bro due to Roman Reigns getting interference, and then afterwards, straight up taking out Riddle and Randy. Riddle comes out after the recap. Riddle comes out. He's on his own. He's on the scooter. He's having fun. Thank you, babe. Looking good as always. That's just what I do. You're welcome. But yes, Riddle comes out. He's riding the scooter. Everything's looking good. But then what happens? He gets in the ring. He grabs the microphone. We get a promo from Riddle. That's not the way Riddle Riddle had me crying in no time. Yes, he did. I'm gonna touch on that in just a second because Riddle comes out, grabs the microphone, and he just cuts a promo. And I've always been a big advocate for keeping Riddle the gimmick he has, because when moments like this happen in this promo, it makes you just feel it so much more. The goofiness goes out the window. You could tell he's serious. You could tell he's coming from the heart, and it's a different Riddle we're getting going in to whatever phase he's going into next. As the rumors are Money in the Bank against Roman Reigns. Thank you, please. Give it to me, inject it in my veins, all that good stuff. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. But the promo by Riddle, I give it the chef's kiss because it was so good. As my lady here, Amanda, is saying, had her in tears because Riddle just was pulling them strings, pulling them. Fantastic work by Riddle. And as I said, put the belt on Riddle. Immediately, do it now. He has it. The crowd is behind him. He has it. He's new. He's fresh. Just give it to him. But enough of that. From there, from that amazing promo to kick off the show, we go right into a 6-man match where it's Riddle teaming up with the Street Profits, taking on Sami Zayn. And you know what? No, taking on the Bloodline, because as far as I'm concerned, Sami Zayn is part of the Bloodline. And again, as I've said, he will give Roman a fantastic match, and I cannot wait. But Sami Zayn, he is officially part of the Bloodline, in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says, and there's no reason this should work. It shouldn't work at all. He's not part of the Bloodline, but Sami Zayn is so damn good at what he does, it works. He fits in. He does his thing. And tears with Riddle. Yes, Tidy here listening to the man, Jimmy, my man Tidy. Thank you for joining, buddy. So we got the Bloodline, Sami and the Usos, not Roman, taking on the Street Profits and Riddle, which is good because Street Profits are probably the next ones up for the Usos. One part I did miss in the Riddle thing because, again, I'm just so caught up in how just great he was at selling this story. Randy's hurt. Apparently, Randy's hurt. And he was going to make it his personal mission to take out everybody in the Bloodline, and he will not stop. He ain't going to stop until everybody's done. And then, what did he say? He said he doesn't know where the future RK Bro is going from here. Tear rolling down my eye. I do not want to see the end of the RK Bro. I don't think it even needs the end for them to go their separate ways. But it seems like that's what's happening. The whole promo ended with him getting the whole arena to chant RK Bro. RK Bro. It's fantastic. But to the match. Good match. Riddle selling some rib injury. Sammy tacked it, as Sammy's going to do. He's the opportunist. Nice back and forth action here. Nothing too crazy, but a good way to start the show with the first match. It ends when, excuse me, the Usos basically have enough of this nonsense because RK Bro comes in. Yes. Normally it's Randy that comes in with the hot tag that we're just like, damn. Tonight it was Riddle. Came in with the hot tag, and that man meant business. You could tell there is a switch that flipped in this man, and he is ready to just take people out. The hot tag was brilliant. He did his thing. Usos leave. Sammy's on his own. RKO on Sammy. 1, 2, 3. Riddle gets the win. Good for him. He needs it after the nonsense that happened on SmackDown. From there, we go to Bobby Lashley coming out to cut a promo on Omos. I'm sorry. Bobby Lashley as a babyface is never going to work for me. As long as he's doing his own talking, it's never going to work for me. It's just too cornball. I don't believe a word he's saying. It doesn't work. But basically, he's out there and he says that he's got the almighty challenge. So Omos and MVP come out, and MVP runs Bobby down like MVP does, and then basically lets it be known like, hey, I want a match tonight. Bobby says, I want a match tonight. Winner gets to pick the stipulation, not with Omos, but with you, MVP. He gets MVP to agree. The match will happen later tonight. And as I said, whoever gets the pinfall, or whoever wins, doesn't have to be pinfall, whoever gets the win picks the stipulation for the match at Hell in the Cell. Taking MVP away was a huge misstep. I agree, but again, I don't know if I do agree, because I feel like if we have to choose between Omos and Lashley, Omos needs the help a lot more than Bobby Lashley does. I just don't think babyface Lashley works on his own. Just make him the monster destroying people. He ain't got to talk. That's unnecessary. But enough of that. On to the next. Backstage, Dana Brooke. She's talking to Adam Pearce. She wants Carmella. That was it. She walks off, runs into Becky. Becky's, get out of my way. I'm the man. Becky then goes to Adam Pearce, says it wasn't fair what happened. Asuka cheated. She spit in her face. She still got the green in her hair. Doing what Becky does best, entertaining the masses, and basically sneaks her way into a rematch. As I said at the start of the show, Asuka versus Becky in the main event. If Becky can win, she gets to join the match at Hell in a Cell. And if you watch the WrestleBuddy Hell in a Cell prediction show, card prediction show with me and Nick, we talked about it. It was going to happen. There is Dave. Chill. You hate Omos too much. He's gonna get there. He's never gonna be a 5-star guy, but he's gonna get to where he needs to be. He's got big, sexy Kevin Nash working with him. But so they're working their way towards a triple threat Hell in a Cell if Becky can win tonight. End of segment. Good job on Becky. Adam Pearce should be the only general manager. I like him. He does a good job. All good there. From there, Judgment Day comes out. They do a promo. I like this part. Edge name drops John Cena. And earlier today, I was doing a little write-up, and I was just thinking of the idea, if Edge is going to take on any of his, or if Cena is going to get involved in any of the big names, Edge is the one I want to see happen. Their rivalry was amazing. There's more to the story they could tell, and it's not gonna. I don't want to see John Cena be completely embroiled in it, but I do want to see it happen at least for one shirt. Becky's shirt. Becky's shirt. So, as I was saying, I do want to see an Edge Cena program, even if it's just for a month. I think it needs to happen. I think it'd be a great SummerSlam match, but I'm probably jumping the gun here, so I'll stop it there. He did name drop him. WWE Twitter teased it as well. After that, Edge just teased more people to join. He named Corey Graves, Drew McIntyre, Liv Morgan, and then he said, AJ, you can join me as well. For what it's worth, for the match, we got AJ and Liv, Priest versus Rhea, mixed tag. And for what it's worth, I don't remember the last time I've seen AJ coming out in black pants. I don't think AJ is joining the faction, but I thought that was kind of interesting. Maybe I'm just it was black and white, goes with the Judgment Day completely. I don't see it happening though, but I did think it was interesting that tonight of all nights, teasing it, that's what he's wearing. But enough of that. We get the match, mixed tag, good action here. Dominic Dijakovic, David says, yes, please. That's the only one I want to join at this point. I don't want the Finn one. I don't want Ciampa. I don't want another female. I want Dijakovic. He needs this more than anybody. He needs this because he's too good to be sitting over there on main event doing nothing, dressed up as T-Bar. And that nonsense, put him in Judgment Day. Mixed tag match, though. Good action. I like that Liv got a lot more offense in on Rhea. She actually looks like a threat for the first time against Rhea, so that was good. AJ showing some fire here. He gets up in Edge's face, gives him some right hands. He gave Priest a stiff knee to the face off the apron, and then he's like, "You ain't nothing." He was really feeling. What up, Nick? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for joining us. But good match. Unfortunately, Edge just keeps interfering, and then Rhea ends up just rolling Liv for the win. Afterwards, they take out AJ. They take out Liv. Question though, where's Finn Balor during all this? He made the save last week with AJ. Then this week he's just like sitting catering, like eating, like oh, I missed my cue. I don't know. It's weird that Finn's not there, unless he plans on being that extra member, which again I don't want to see that happen. Dijakovic, as Tim Tidy just said himself, Dijakovic, make it happen. So again, Rhea and Damian Priest pick up the win because of Edge. After that, we get King's Court with Jerry Lawler. Weird, random, don't really care for it, but it is what it is. His guest is Veer. He comes out. He's trying to make jokes with Veer. Veer says, I'm not here for jokes. He threatens Jerry Lawler. Says, is that fear I smell? He starts backing him down. Out comes the Mysterios, or as Jerry Lawler calls them, the Dominics. And then they basically run Veer out of the ring. They keep kicking him, drop kicking him, doing all the stuff to keep him out of the ring. Veer finally has enough of it. Says, I'm done. Coming tonight. I'm leaving. And that's it. Veer leaves. Mysterio stands tall. Jerry Lawler didn't get hurt. I know a lot of people out there probably sad about that. They wanted to see the man get beat down. Didn't happen. I apologize. I kind of wanted to see it myself. But that was that. From there, we go to Alexa Bliss backstage. She's being interviewed. She's talking about Sonya. She's talking about her match coming up with Nikki ASH. She says maybe Sonya needs therapy. It worked wonders for her. A lot of people are making something out of her comment towards the end where she goes, well, now I have a doll and Nikki dresses up as a superhero. So it kind of sounds silly when you say it out loud. They're saying she's taking a shot at creative. No. As you all know, there are scripts to this, and I highly doubt they're going to let Alexa Bliss take shots at them that they wrote. That doesn't work that way. You're just reading too much into it. That's just a little tidbit I'm adding to that. Enough of that, though. From there, we do Seth backstage. He's talking about Cody, and then we have Oscar. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally missed the match. Alexa beats Nikki ASH. They were making a point to say Alexa was being very slow, not really into it. Nikki ASH was like balls to the wall, pedal to the floor, trying to make things happen. Wasn't enough. Alexa Bliss beats her with Twisted Bliss, 1, 2, 3. Then we get Seth backstage talking about Cody. If you like Seth Rollins and you like everything that he does, watch it because Seth is the man. After that, she said she was told to. After that, we got Asuka backstage cutting a promo on Becky, saying after tonight she's gonna be big time baby. I love Asuka promos. Half the time I don't know what she's saying, but I can feel her energy. She projects it. I feel it. I love it. Asuka is fun. Asuka's a great promo, so I always encourage you to watch those because it's just always fun. It's awesome. After that, Miz versus Cody Rhodes. I almost said I don't even know what I was about to say. I see people bragging about this match. I'm sorry. I thought it was sloppy. I don't think Cody and Miz have very much chemistry. Or Cody's just been wrestling Seth too many times on the house shows. I don't know. but there was just too many sloppy spots in this match. Cody almost slipped on the rope doing his little Cody cutter. Miz missed his little springboard roll up. There was a few other mishaps in this match. It was sloppy. It wasn't that good. I'm not sure what's going on there, because usually Miz is pretty solid and Cody Rhodes has been just since he came. So I don't know. But towards the end of this match, Cody's going up top. Looks like he's about to hit the moonsault to the floor from the top. And then here comes Seth frickin' Rollins. You know what to do. Oh, and he just pushes Cody off. And then him and Miz attack Cody. They throw him into the steps. Cody sells a knee injury, and then they go to leave. Prior to the match, Cody did the whole, hand the weight belt off to a kid in the front row and then got in the ring. Well, as Seth was leaving and Cody was selling the knee injury, here comes Seth Rollins to rip the weight belt away from the kid, goes over and slaps Cody on the back with it. The whole arena heard this one. It was loud as shit. And then Seth threw the belt down and walked off. So Cody gets up, being the good guy that he is. He picks up the belt. He takes it back to the kid, hands it to him, and then he limps to the back. Cody doing good, the good babyface stuff. He's killing that. Miz has been off a bit this year. Yes, I agree, 100%. I feel like there's only been like one or two appearances where I'm like, hey, Miz did good. And the special guest referee stuff he did, that was good too. But other than that, I don't know. And then, yes, Judgment Day for T-Bar. Yes, Judgment Day for Dijakovic. We're getting rid of the T-Bar name. We don't want that name no more. It is silly, and it just... I usually don't even care too much about these name changes. They're not that big of a deal. T-Bar is a dumb name. That is dumb. Get the face paint off and stop having them do that dumb stuff and let them just be part of Judgment Day. It's Dijakovic. So, yeah, Cody won by DQ. That's what happened. Corey Graves, to be honest. Yes, that was teased on Twitter and tonight on Raw. So who knows? That it could be cool. I don't think they want to take Corey off commentary, though, because I personally think Corey's awesome on commentary. I know a lot of people hate him, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hate him. He's there to make you hate him, and he does a good job. So from there, we go to Chad Gable versus Ezekiel rematch from last week. KO was supposed to be on commentary, but he's so mad and infuriated with Ezekiel that he says, I'm going to sit here, but I'm not doing commentary. So you just hear Kevin Owens shouting from the commentary table at Ezekiel the entire time. He hears people on commentary saying dumb stuff, and then he starts yelling at them, and there's no microphone. You just hear him yelling. It's why I love Kevin Owens so much. He just gets it. He's yelling when they're talking about the test was messed up because of Otis. He goes, steak sauce. He's yelling at every time they call him Ezekiel. He's like, his name is Elias. It's just hilarious. I don't, as I've said, Ezekiel thing does not get over without Kevin Owens at this point. He was the perfect person for Ezekiel to do this stuff with because he just makes it work. Otis, he interfered. Ejected with refs. I know you did something. You're ejected. So as that whole crap's happening, KO left his seat, slid in the ring, tried to interfere. The ref turns around just in time. Kevin Owens caught. He's going, no. So he's now ejected. So now it's a straight up 1-on-1, but we don't even get any more match because Ezekiel just rolls Gable up. 1, 2, 3. He gets the win, runs to the crowd. I love KO. He's classic yelling at anyone. Yes, anything KO is doing is just fantastic. And Kevin's just great at his job. You get it, Nick. You get it. Yes, we all get it. Kevin, the man. But as Ezekiel's running through the crowd and all that, Kevin Owens says, I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm challenging you to Hell in a Cell at Hell in a Cell. A lot of people are calling it Hell in the Cell tonight. Don't know what that's about. It's Hell in a Cell. But he challenges Ezekiel. He looked like he was pumped. He looked like he was amped. So that match is happening. I can't believe I let that one slip through the card prediction show. What were we thinking, Nick? It was right there in front of us. We didn't get it, though. But that's cool. I'm never going to complain about seeing Kevin Owens wrestle. Again, that's my number one guy that I think. I don't think there's a person on this planet that doesn't like Kevin Owens. He's just that good. From there, we go to Cody Rhodes backstage. He's leaving the trainer's room. They ask him how he's feeling about his health. He goes, well, my knee's banged up, but I'm still breathing. And that's bad news for Seth Rollins because now he has to face the inevitable fact that he's going to go 0-3 against the American Nightmare. I am pumped for this match. I know they've wrestled twice already. They were both brilliant. So you're going to put them in the cell, and it's going to be beautiful. So miss me with that rematch nonsense that's dragged out too long. I don't care because they have yet to miss. So as long as it ain't bad, do it. I don't care. It's going to be match tonight. I have no question about it. It's going to be violent. That is what it is. How do we miss that one? Again, I don't know. It's wild because I love it so much. It is so funny. And it's Kevin Owens. I don't know how we missed it, but I'm not complaining. Kevin Owens wrestling at the pay-per-view. Thank you very much. After the Cody Rhodes interview, it's MVP versus Omos time. MVP just does the whole outside the thing just for a little bit. And eventually he distracts the ref. Omos clotheslines Bobby. Bobby gets in the ring. MVP handles him for a little bit. By the time Bobby does get some control, he clotheslines MVP to the back outside, goes outside to attack him. He's fighting him outside the ring. The ref just 1, 2. He's counting up. MVP gets thrown in the ring, and then Omos tries to attack Lashley. Lashley ducks it, and he starts attacking Omos. And as this has happened, the ref's going 7, 8, 9, 10. Match is over. MVP wins. Omos gets clotheslined into the timekeeper's arena area, and then Bobby Lashley goes in the ring behind MVP as he's celebrating because now he gets to pick the stipulation for their match at Hell in a Cell. Hopefully it is not Hell in a Cell. And then Bobby Lashley puts him in the Hurt Lock, drops him, leaves. I'm assuming next week we'll find out what that stipulation will be. Top 10 WWE matches of the year, Cody versus Seth. Yes, both of them in the top 10 for the WWE matches, hands down. They needed an NG. Yeah. But the MVP almost thing, I will admit, I am much more nice on Omos than a lot of people. I will say this has gone on too long. This shouldn't be having a match at Hell in a Cell. This should have ended before the cage match last week. And now we got the cage match, then we get this week, and then we got Hell in a Cell. If it goes on anything past that, I'm all lose my fucking mind. 20 count. I mean, just don't count at all. You just do the AEW rule. Just don't count at all. But now, after that, it's time for the main event. As I said last week, Becky and Asuka, I don't care how many times they wrestle. I prefer them not to wrestle so close to each other. But I don't care how many times they wrestle. It's going to be good. They have chemistry. They just do. They just get each other. They work so well to each other, with each other. This match, I preferred last week's match, but I feel like this week they were just trying to do a little something different. I think they were put in a pickle. They weren't expecting to do 2 matches in a row. Things changed, obviously, because of things that happened in which we think we know, but we don't really know. So I'm not going to dive into that tonight. I'm just going to say they weren't supposed to have 2 matches in a row on Raw. They did. They did what they could. I don't mind it. I think they did good with what they had. This one ends when they're fighting on the outside and Asuka hits Becky. Becky falls into Bianca's lap because she's out there at ringside. And Bianca's like, what the heck? And Becky's just sitting there like this, like she's out. So Asuka goes to kick her. Becky moves. Bianca gets one right to the side of the head. She falls to the ground. Lights out. She's out cold. Then Becky grabs Asuka. She tries to throw her into the announcer's table. Asuka slips, so she stomps her. She runs in the ring for the countout victory. Asuka gets up, slides in the ring. She slides in. The timing was off here. The finish was wonky because of it. She slides in and lays there for like 1, maybe 2 seconds, just dead time. And then Becky just goes over, grabs her, rolls her up 1, 2, 3, and leaves. That's the match. Very bad finish to go with a good match. That probably brings the match down a little bit. Davis says scaffold match. Yeah, let's put Omos and Bobby Lashley on a scaffold. That'll work. Why not just put MVP on a forklift match? That'll work too. You might as well do something crazy because the match, I'm just over it. So do something to make me interested in it. And Nick says they should end the feud 100%. So that was the show. Few things I found weird. I don't like the amount of time that Ciampa has not been on the show since he showed up. It's like he's there 1 week, he's not there the next. He's there 1 week, he's not there the. Oh, don't do that. No Theory this week. No Mustafa Ali this week. I don't get it. I don't get it because you really pushing Theory as your guy for the future. Ali is embroiled in this stuff with Miz. He would have been perfect to come out and help Cody. Don't get that. People gotta lay of Cole and Graves too. They stuff they're saying isn't their call. Yeah, they gotta lay off them. Like they're just saying what they're saying. And again, we don't really know what's happening. Ciampa to potentially join WWE. No, I said this last week, Zane. You probably didn't see it. Thank you for joining me, though, Zane. I know it's late where you at. Ciampa works better alone as a heel. So I don't want to see him in Judgment Day. I don't even think it fits. The whole idea of Judgment Day is the fans didn't do nothing for you. You were tired of just skating by and you want to do something bigger. Ciampa hasn't done anything for that. Eddie Kingston would join Judgment Day. Bro, stop. Well, why not Goldberg? Exactly. Ciampa has enough talent to stand on his own. As a heel, Ciampa is fantastic. And again, he doesn't fit with Judgment Day. I see people saying Joe Gacy. Doesn't work. He's dark character. It doesn't work. We need someone who has been catering to the fans and has gotten them nothing. Unfortunately, Finn Balor fits that perfectly. So that's probably where they're going to go with it. And it makes sense. But I want Dijakovic. That's what I think. And I think that one makes that would help him so much. And again, a Dijakovic, Damian Priest tag team. Give it to me. Wish pray. I'm not even going to do that to Joe because I don't think that's what it is. I think they're similar. I don't think it's the same message that they're doing. Bray was much more creative with his. Joe's is kind of watered down a little bit. But I'm not going to call him wish breaks. I like Joe. I think he does good work. But again, that was the show. Like I said, I don't like no Mustafa Ali, Ciampa, and Theory. That doesn't make any sense. You make time for Austin Theory. You make time for Ciampa. And again, if Mustafa Ali is embroiled in this thing with Miz, help Cody Rhodes like that. Come on, man. But yeah, that's the show. I'm going to go ahead and thank everybody for joining. We had a lot of people commenting tonight. I appreciate it. That's the kind of show I love doing. I love the engagement. So come back next week. Join me. Join me on Wednesday for Dynamite. That's what I want to hear. Zane, don't push the buttons. Now, we're not going to hate on Zane. I know he's the little shit. I know we give him a lot of shit for it. Zane's good people. I love Zane. And he's here. So thank you. Thank you, Zane. I appreciate it. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. There's no reason Mustafa Ali should, unless, I don't know, COVID, I don't know. That seems to be a thing again, where people are catching, more and more people catching it. So maybe that's why they're not there. I don't know. But it just seems silly, the Ciampa thing. Just 1 week off, 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on, whatever. But yes, thank you all for joining me. Good episode of Raw. Fun episode of the recap. I really enjoyed this tonight. I had my bow. I came prepared for y'all. And y'all didn't disappoint. So thank you very much. I will be back on Wednesday night for the recap. And between now and then, hey, we got the Wrestle Buddy interviews where you get to know us a little bit better. I did one. We had Bam do one. We had Dan do one. And all the ones before that, Cy, Nick, and all good stuff. We got some more coming up. We got our new guy, Captain, from the Captain's Table, the show we just did where we review Starrcade 83, 2 top-tier matches. That's on there. But Captain from there will be the next one that gets interviewed. So check that out. He's very into the old wrestling. So if that's your thing, check it out. And then we got some possible interviews coming up that I think you're all going to want to watch. So stay tuned for that. They're going to be good. Thank you, Tidy. You're welcome. No, thank you. Thank you, Tidy. I don't know where I was going with that, but thank you very much. You're a big supporter, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, check out all that stuff we got coming out, because it's going to be, and all the stuff we've just done recently. We just did a Quiz Buddies as well. That was fun. And if you want to see Jimmy get feisty and really drop the whole like, oh, I lost a little bit on this last weekly recap, so you can check that as well if you want to see me just get like, oh, I'm pissed. So there's that as well. But I'll leave that there. Positivity the rest of the week. Good week tonight of wrestling. Hopefully that drags on through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's what I want. I want good wrestling every night of the week. But thank you for the last time. You know I'm going to do it 5, 6, 7 times. That's what I do. I will see you all on Wednesday. So until then, goodbye. Boom.